session 2 of Worldview. And following on from yesterday, Jesus told his disciples to be wary of the yeast of Herod. That was a warning not to think simply along political terms. It's a real challenge in our world today. Our society doesn't want to bring God and his principles into the decisions made by the government. There's a spirit of humanism that's very strong over us. The Spirit says we can do it in our own strength. You can believe God if you want to, you can worship him if you want to, but don't bring him into the affairs of state. We can see this today in the guise of social justice or of equality. People are prevented from standing on Christian principles. Legislation here says there is freedom of religion, but in reality there isn't. The worldview says keep your religion to yourself and don't let it interfere with how we want to organise society. Now we know that in some countries Christians are imprisoned, even executed, just simply for being a Christian. So in contrast to that, we have great freedom here. But that freedom is being taken away bit by bit. If we're holding a Christian stance on something, it can lead to vilification, even to losing a job. Now it's a very natural thing because the human desire is that we want to be in charge of our own lives. We want to decide for ourselves what is good and what is not. This goes right back to the Garden of Eden. The serpent tempted Eve to eat of a fruit from the tree that they were told not to touch. They were told not to touch it or they would die. The serpent played his trump card with these words. Genesis 3, verse 4. You will not surely die, for God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. That's what broke her resistance, and then she saw the fruit look good to eat. The natural human desire is that we want to be God of our own lives. This worldview leads us not to deny the existence of God, but to see him in quite a different way. We might be happy to see him as the creator. We may call on him when things go wrong. We may even blame him when there are disasters. But generally, we want to run our own lives in our own way. Yeast is something that works slowly and it's unseen. The worldview of excluding God from human life works unseen and it works slowly. But it is working, and it's working its way right through our society and even into the church. Many see the declining numbers attending church and so turn to making church more appealing to the society by changing some of their values. And bit by bit, ungodly values, practices that aren't godly, work their way into the church. The outcome might be large numbers, although not necessarily, but it certainly is a weaker church. The only way forward is obedience to the law of God, but obedience that goes along with the love that is the amazing love of God. It's beyond our wildest imagination. We have to have both. These are definitely times when we need to watch out for the yeast of Herod.